What's up everyone, my name is Ation Mitihepi, and hope you guys are having a wonderful day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. Hope it is a wonderful time where it is, and if it's not, hopefully it gets better real soon. I just wanted to make this video mainly because of how YouTube Rewind, or this year's YouTube Rewind, has been released as of a couple hours ago, in which it is titled Everyone recreates. Everyone controls rewind, which addresses the whole trend of so and so people controlling certain someone life or shopping and all that. But that's not what this video is about. But it is on the topic of YouTube Rewind, and that is just my general thoughts and my hopes for what this year's YouTube Rewind will be like in terms of what will be featured, who will be featured, and overall how it's executed. And that hopefully I get this up within the time frame, because, you know, getting the views and all that. My thoughts from the previous YouTube Rewinds has been somewhat of a... Like, I always appreciate YouTube Rewinds, you know, it's that event that most people look forward to, whether it's to see their favorite creators, or just to do a reaction video, and talk about their feelings about it, and everything else in between. Like, for myself, originally there was supposed to be a bunch of videos showcasing my thoughts, opinions, and my predictions for who would be featured, what will be featured, who I don't want to see featured, events that occurred in this year, and that was just going to be a series like I've done in previous years, but with this year I just felt like it was, I kind of kept putting it off, and by the time the teaser trailer came out it was just too late, so I just posted up tweets about it simply, which I think was the easier way for me to do that instead of waste so much time making those videos. Not that it's a waste of time, but it's just so much goes into it. But anyways, slightly getting off topic, one of those videos that I was going to do in that series was just my thoughts, which is this video, about YouTube Rewinds. And my thoughts about it is that even though I still appreciate, you know, seeing all the favorite creators and seeing all that's happened within the year that was, in the most recent YouTube Rewinds, not counting today's or this year's, it's kind of shifted, or at least what's been featured on YouTube in terms of the events and certain activities. It's shifted from a YouTube focus to a more pop culture or meme based focus. Case in point with last year's Rewind, easiest way I could describe it is in 5 words: Despacito, slime, dead memes, Unity, and I forgot what the other one was, but essentially it felt like last year's one wasn't as executed as well as previous rewinds, like 2012 or 2013, when that was all based around events that occurred on YouTube, such as on 2012 it had like OK Go reference with the viral car music video, Psy of course, but then also, I know thinking more about that's more pop culture than YouTube, but to address the YouTube side of it, there's also what was it? They also had the football teams dancing to Call Me Maybe. They also had who else is there? Walk off the moon, walk off the earth, walk off the moon, walk off the earth. Sorry, Sorry, I'm getting bands confused. Walk Off the Earth started off the YouTube Rewind with their now famous way of performance, which was 5 people on 1 guitar. What other YouTube-based events occurred on YouTube? Okay, now that I think more about it, it's not exactly much YouTube events that occurred, but in saying that, they did have a quick montage of all the viral videos that were on YouTube that came from an audition from a Britain's Got Talent, from the father shooting the laptop or the iPad or a tablet, and it also referenced epic rap battles, a bunch of Asian girls dancing seductively to Gangnam Style, and just a whole lot of that. So even though the more I think about it, it had a lot of pop culture, or at least web culture based events and pop culture, it also included moments of viral videos from that year as well to kind of offset and balance it out. But with last year's one, it seemed it was more on the it was more emphasis on the trends in particular. So like it opened up with Despacito, and then it transitioned to fidget spinners, and then from fidget spinners transitions to slime transitions to dead memes transitions to unity and being together, and then it just cuts back to everything blending together, which, I mean, it's alright, but at the same time, it just, like I said, it shifted its focus from a YouTube focus to a more meme or pop culture based focus. Because for me personally, and many people have been commenting about it and voicing their opinions, it's the fact that there's so much that has influenced YouTube as a platform, as opposed to those who are on the platform or the events that have occurred on the platform. So like Despacito, obviously it's a great song and all that, but because of the fact that it was so viral, with it having over almost 1 billion views, I think, and you know, that became like the number one song. That was the opening song for that. And also with that, there was also a lot of criticism about people's favorite creators not being featured for various reasons. PewDiePie wasn't there, but PewDiePie is obviously heavily being demanded to be seen at this year's YouTube Rewind, with many people protesting if they don't. So we'll see about that. But there are also other people like iDubbbz, H3H3, Rich Brian, Filthy Frank, aka Joji, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but other kind of niche-based content creators, they weren't necessarily featured, and they could be because of the kind of content they create, and that YouTube don't want to showcase that side, I guess. But at the same time, you know, if you're going to showcase the creators from all sides of the platform and from all around the world, you may as well include all the creators from all sides of the platform spectrum. So yeah, I guess in other words, what I'm trying to say in all that confusing mess of an explanation is that I just hope within this year's YouTube Rewind, pardon me, the layouts, the execution, and the overall video of it won't feel forced per se. Like, I think 2014's one's the best way to I think many people, this is a heavily debated question and topic, but I personally believe 2014, 2015 were the best rewinds in the entirety of its existence, because of the fact that those 2 years, well, 2014 in particular, 2014 had a good mixture of events that occurred in pop culture and events that occurred in web culture, in particular YouTube, such as the whole first kiss to the guy getting kicked on the train by a boot, Flappy Bird to the viral video of a guy trying to put on jeans, which was an ad, without using his hands. What else was... with 2014's one, there was a nice balance between the two. 2015's, obviously, that was the 10-year anniversary of YouTube, so they kind of had to step it up a little bit, and also because of the fact that that also diversified in terms of content creators around the world and content creators from other genres, because of how it included the game community. And yeah, so I would say those two were my favorite because of the fact that 2014's one was balanced in that there wasn't so much of one thing or the other, but like it helped. Like when there was moments of pop culture, there was also moments of web culture, so you get a bit of both sides of best of both worlds. And 2015's one was the 10-year anniversary, so and also how they diversified within content, genres, and creators around the world. So yeah, just want this year's YouTube Rewind to kind of echo that of 2014's and 2015's YouTube Rewinds, but also staying true to its nature and showcasing what events have occurred on YouTube Rewind. Obviously, we'll see Fortnite, no doubt, and it will be a dominant feature and theme throughout the YouTube Rewind. I'm just going to put that out there. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a predominant feature or dominant feature. But regardless, I just hope that other than Fortnite being thrown at everyone, being like, hey, you remember the thing that happened this year? Fortnite? Well, here you go. Here's a dance. Here's a item. Here's some reference to it. I just hope that other than that, everything else that will be featured and showcased is of organic nature and is not necessarily forced to be like, hey, this was a thing. You're probably tired of it, but that's, here you go. Or I could just be confusing you guys and making complete nonsense, which is just the normal for me. Yeah, those are just my thoughts. If you have seen YouTube Rewind this year's one already, let me know down in the comment section below what your thoughts about it and whether my predictions / thoughts about it came true, or was I just completely way off and maybe I was expecting too much for the guys behind the productions to kind of ease it back a bit. Who knows? Let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, I guess if you're interested in the kind of content I create, if you're interested in the kind of content if you're interested with the kind of content that I create, which includes vlogs like this, challenges, recap videos, skits, and whatever comes to the top of my head, I highly suggest to consider subscribing to this channel. And yeah, here's to hoping YouTube Rewind doesn't continue on its decline of unpopularity, infamity. I had a good outro and then I just threw it out the water. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your time wherever you are, day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, and so on. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a reaction video coming up to YouTube Rewind, because I got to take part, or at least tweet about it or something like that. Peace!